Alright, hello everybody, this is Crimson Ghost coming at you with another World of Warships video. Today I am going to talk about the Tier 8 Soviet battleship, Lenin. And if you look at it, you can see it's essentially just Nelson, except it's Tier 8 and it has Russian painted all over it. And the good thing about the Lenin is that all of its turrets are facing toward the bow, and because of that, you don't have to wait to do a full 180 for the third turret, because that'll be similar to its tier 9 counterpart, the Izumo of the Japanese Imperial Navy line of battleships. So, in my opinion, this battleship is a lot better compared to Izumo. And alright, so let me go talk about the armor layout first. So it has decent armor on the turrets, and one of the things I want to talk about first is the fore-end armor belt, and it's 100 millimeters. So because of this, it has really good ricochet potential. So any AP shells firing at you, if you angle a good amount, then it'll basically ricochet any kind of AP shells that are fired at you. But unfortunately, another part of the armor belt, the Citadel armor belt, is very vulnerable, much like all Soviet battleships. And unfortunately, it's 14 inches for the Citadel armor belt, and it's right above the waterline, making it very vulnerable to AP shells. So when you're playing this battleship, you want to avoid showing your broadside at all costs. And the good thing is about the deck armor, it's the deck is not as vulnerable to HE shells as other battleships. And now that I talked about that, I'm going to go on to the artillery. So the artillery, the main battery, consists of 9 16-inch guns and 3 triple turrets, and they're all at the bow area. So unfortunately, that means that there's no turrets at the back, leaving the back completely vulnerable to other warships that could be trying to chase you. And that only leaves your secondary gun turrets to defend you from the back. And there's only a couple of secondary gun turrets facing the back area. But the good news about these is that if you want to point them in a direction, you only have to turn the ship like sideways a little bit, and all of your guns would be facing that direction. And you don't even have to show your full broadside to even point all of your guns. So this ship has really good potential when you're pushing other ships. What else was I about to say? Trying to think. Yeah, so because of the guns face in the forward direction, there's literally no reason for you to be showing your full broadside, because you could easily just only traverse the gun slightly. You could only traverse the gun slightly if you want to get all of your guns on target. So there's no point in even showing your broadside. And the AA defense on this ship is, I guess, decent. It's almost as good as its tier 8 American counterpart, the North Carolina. And the maneuverability, I guess it's okay. It allows you to go about 30 knots. And the turn-in circle is decent. Concealment is okay if I compare it to a tier 9 counterpart, say the Iowa. It has better concealment than the Iowa. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you this ship in a training battle in order to show its potential. So I'm just gonna make a private training battle. Just slam on my keyboard. So nobody can enter it. And I'm just gonna go add a couple of ships. So I'm just gonna make a armor resilience test, just to show you the penetration capabilities of its guns. So I'm just gonna go add a couple of. So I'm going to add, what's a very difficult battleship to penetrate? I'm gonna go add a Fledged de Gros. I'm going to go add, I'll also go add a French cruiser, say the Charles Martel, and I'll also go add a CV just to test its anti-aircraft potential. So I'll go add that, and I'll also go put in a Yamato to go test its Citadel potential. Alright. So I'm going to go show this to you, to go show its armor penetration ability, its anti-aircraft ability, and let's do this. So you're able to equip this battleship with fighter, and that's very useful. And like I said before, the battleship has a top speed of about a little bit less than 30 knots.
Enemy force detected.
General quarters.
And unfortunately, like all Soviet battleships, it has a very slow reload time. So the only ship I gave armed capabilities was the CV, and I just wanted to show off its AA capability. So I just barely dodged those bombs. So I'm just gonna go test armor penetration on this cruiser, see how we do with the first front guns.
Enemy severely
Unfortunately, the
damaged.
cruiser was a little bit angled, so... Alright, so now the CB is throwing some torpedo bombers at me.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
What the fuck was that? That was an awful torpedo throw.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Yeah, so these guns are basically a freaking cruiser killer. So I slowed down to avoid the torpedo, hashtag torpedo beat. The bombs just barely missed me. Because of the turtleback armor of the German ships, I'm not able to penetrate as well. Fortunately, I was not able to dodge these torpedoes. I'm not really going to worry so much about the attack aircraft. What I'm going to show you is, I'm going to show you an example of how good the... Oh my god. I'm just going to turn down the audio so Alright, there we go. That's a little bit better. So, I'm gonna go Citadel this Yamato. And I managed to destroy it instantly. So that's how much potential this thing has. It can easily destroy Yamato instantly. Well, yes, granted, the Yamato has a very exposed broadside. And I can instantly destroy the CV.
An enemy aircraft carrier.
So by far, this is one of my favorite premium ships. Because it has excellent damage output, the guns are very, very potent, and its maneuverability is excellent as well as its AA. And I destroyed the I destroyed the Tragic that grows by fire. Alright, so the Lenin is I love this ship. I absolutely love this ship. It does have a couple of drawbacks, say the lack of defense in the stern, also the limited amount of damage control party. But as long as you use these, as long as you budget the damage control party, then I think you'll be able to hold out in a battle. So, what I would recommend to use this ship, I wouldn't really go so forth as to use the third main battery gun turrets. I'll only focus on these two turrets right here if you want to go push. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be back with another video. Please put in a comment in the description, see what ship you would like me to go try out, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.